They can give tax breaks to developers.
You scraped it off the horizon.
That say own a historic building in the downtown.
We're discussing strange neighbors here.
Thanks for coming out.
Hey, oh no, I'm glad.
Thanks for
glad
coming
to be
over.
Here. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
But, you know,
these guys are
Margaret's a
neighbors
great
in North
person.
Lawrence.
You know, she was a great woman.
Who?
Your mom.
My mom? Oh, yeah.
She was, in her own
was good.
way. She was great, you
good.
know, and I'm glad you're having this for her today. Thank you.
And we're going to keep it going.
Yeah, keep
We're
it
going
going.
to have parties all the time. And,
Yeah,
That's the
party
way.
hardy. Way to go.
you know, and celebrate the, it's all about preservation.
That's right, and
It's
continuation.
all about preservation and continuity.
Continuity and legacy.
Continuity.
It's the legacy that people leave
Right.
that's important. Not how many kids they leave behind, how much
That's
bitterness,
right.
how much goodness. It's the
So
legacy.
fucked up to have them like, toying with, legacy models. They're going to feed us a historical message that we'll just swallow like candy.
Yeah.
David Han, Rose.
Oh, David and Rose are coming. These are other derelicts of the neighborhood.
Yeah, kind of.
Hi.
Rose, how are you?
I'm okay. My foot is sore but
See ya.
healed.
Good, and you went in, Chef.
Not a hugger.
You
Huh?
went in
No,
shower.
she's not a hugger.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a hugger either, but I'll hug Susie.
Hello, Mark.
Yeah, I'll hug Susie. She's
Nice
kinda
to see you.
like Rose.
She might hug
Thank
you.
you.
She's not a
He
hugger.
doesn't want to.
Mark, your place
Wayne
is
might tonight.
beautiful.
It's looking good.
It's
on
very,
a
very nice. It's
nice
just really
day in-
peaceful and
nice
beautiful.
day in autumn.
Yes,
The old place. You walked through, Susie and I walked through here for the first time together.
we did.
You to
The
look
pigeon lady was living here.
right. The woman sitting at the
Yeah.
roaches falling
Oh
from.
my God.
He was like,
But Mark was very brave and still wanted the house.
that was my place. Right. It had the roaches and the old, fucked up fat women that were living in the commune. That's
And
Kansas
now-
Student Housing Association.
Is that what it was?
Keith, Coy Miller and her, right out of KU. They had penthouse going over here.
Right.
So this, and it continued. Once I got the house, we just continued with that whole program.
Well, it looks like
And we're
a
still
palace
going.
now.
It's like
No, you saved the house. The house
saved the
was
house, the roadway, the highway. Susie, Hannah, single-handedly stopped the Haskell Loop, which was coming through here, which came right through the dining
Now
room
that's an
and took out
exaggeration.
East Lawrence
Mark,
and
that's
downtown.
an exaggeration.
In the 70s, we fought it. Richard,
How about you and Barbara Willits? How
and
about Barbara
and Richard
Willits and Richard
Kirschenbaum.
Kirschenbaum?
We stopped the highway that came down through. Now the neighborhood's so cool that they're putting in art galleries on Pennsylvania Street, where they ran the Mexicans out of the pathway of the road with eminent domain.
No backgrounds around that.
They're forever.
She's been there for 16 years.
She wasn't.
Why are you guys here? Did you know Margaret?
Say again?
Did you know Margaret?
Yes.
Yeah. What? How long did you know her? What was your
Probably
relationship?
15 years.
15 years?
Yeah. Wonderful woman. Just top of the mark.
Are you from around? Are you from Lawrence?
Yeah, no, not from Lawrence. From I lived in Margaret's home. I was one of her shared tenants for 15 years.
Oh.
She was so good to me, I couldn't have asked for anyone better. I was lucky to be able to live there that long. I have another gentleman here. I'm sure he may not want to be interviewed, but maybe he would, in the green shirt. He was the other tenant in Margaret's home, and he'd been there like 17 years maybe. But I know that he's purchased home flowers. He's purchased flowers for her home at 7901 Granada Road in Prairie Village, Kansas, which is where she had lived all those years. And she and her husband built that home. It was a new area. And he would buy flowers, orchids and stuff for her after she passed, and he was really quite involved. And anyway, you can ask him or not. Don't tell him I sent you that way.
You need to go see the stone.
Oh yeah, you want to see
That's
it?
true.
Yeah,
Because I was
see it.
looking
I'm
for,
gonna
I thought
grab
it was
some.
over there, but at least
No, we had
It's over
to.
here. We'll follow the path.
Gorgeous.
Okay, let's go.
It was a pale dude, too.
So why are you ne'er-do-wells here?
I didn't have anything else
I don't
to
know
do.
what, I never understood what a ne'er-do-well is.
A person
I
who
might
never
be
does
one.
well.
I might own that right quick. It sounds like you don't have to do much, do you?
You're not in there doing well.
I'm
That's
not.
kind of the
You do
prerequisite,
well
I think.
sometimes.
Oh,
Not only
No.
do you not do much, but you never do much.
Yeah. You never do well.
well, I do well all the time, so I'm not qualified. But if there was such a thing as never do anything,
You could get that.
I would like it to try it.
Did you guys know Mark's mom?
Yeah. Yeah. Not all that well, but I know.
She and I had a brief affair some years ago. Just kidding.
Many years ago, when you were a little child and she was 50.
She was 55. I helped her through menopause.
Okay, all right. Well, next.
There you go.
Tim, you all right? Trying to wait till Kirschenbaum gets over here, and then we'll fire away.
I was one of the 3,000 people that lived in Mark's house over the years. I knew Margaret. I'd been to their home, and Mark would bring her to parties, and we'd have chats.
He would bring her along to parties. Interesting. How was that?
She was good. She was a nice conversation. Always pleasant to see her.
My mom told me she wanted to be here I am.
And what do you think of this auspicious occasion?
It's auspicious, that's for sure. It's going to be fun after it's all said and done. It was quite a catastrophe getting here at the last moment, but we're here. It's going to be a good day. Huh?
Where did you come from?
From Memphis, Tennessee.
Gotcha.
Yes, so yes, I'm glad to be here. It was my mom.
Well, I only met Mark's mom once. I remember lots of leopard print. She came over to the house and we Cap and she and I sat around the backyard. And I just remember her being very funny and very brassy, you know, like a really great dame, in the best sense of the word.
Jimmy. Hey, didn't see you.
Howdy.
Got your fire going again. Yeah. Stuck some of that wood in the wheelbarrow underneath the big wood. It's burning well.
Good time to burn it.
Yeah. We'll burn the whole thing.
Maybe you know.
Or were you like dying? Yeah.
Oh, cool.
What happened with that other gig? Did it? It's over?
Yeah, exactly. Throw the body. Let's nurture the tree. Ask Boo, because I don't know. Or
Google Boo.
There is going to be two, I think.
Oil landed.
I just got off work. Finished this roof, this crazy stink roof out in the country. And
You done?
yeah, I'm done with the repairs we're doing.
Mark's right here.
Yeah, because
Oh, there you are. We're reaching a critical mass here with this crowd.
We are, so we should go, yeah. Because we got the, here, you want
Did
this?
Kirschenbaum show up?
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he's here. He's here.
Let's do it.
We're ready. Artist is here to sing.
The artist is here to sing. How do you want to do it? Where should we put that? And Jimmy's like,
I don't know. What are we doing?
If you need more, I've got some more.
all right, you can control the whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, if we have to focalize, as they say. So where are we going to stand, or where am I going to stand, and you get up when it's time, or
I guess
whatever?
we'll stand back there in that cedar tree.
Okay, where do you, well, you show me where to stand. And, and then we have to gather people around outside of that. All right, so
That's my fear.
No, not really. They spread it, but they don't go down. Well, headstone, not that kind. Margaret's in town. They are.
That's a later part of
get away from the street and the noise.
Yeah, but it's right there. The stone is right there. I told her this is hilarious.
Sorry about that, man. It's like,
Oh man, there they are.
They're taking a lap, I think.
They are good.
Dinner. Nice. Okay, how you been? Pretty good. Good. That's good. Glad to hear. That's better than bad. Okay, well, we are here, as we all know, to mourn the death and also thank the life of Margaret Louise Kaplan. And I would like to begin with a Bible reading from this mixed Christian-Jewish family. For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up what is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to seek and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. And then I would like also to read this three paragraphs from Henry David Thoreau. How plain that death is only the phenomenon of the individual or the class. Nature does not recognize it. She finds her own again under new forms without loss. Yet death is beautiful when seen to be a law and not an accident. It is as common as life. Men die in Tartary, in Ethiopia, in England, in Wisconsin. And after all, what portion of this so serene and living nature can be said to be alive? Do this year's grasses and foliage outnumber all the past? Every blade in its field, every leaf in the forest lays down its life and its season as beautifully as it was taken up. It is the pastime of a full quarter of the year. Dead trees, dried leaves, dried grass, and herbs, are these not part of a good life? And what is the pride of our autumnal scenery but the hectic flush, the sallow and cadaverous countenance of vegetation, its painted throes with the November air for canvas? When we look over the fields, we are not saddened because the particular flowers or grasses will wither, for the law of their death is the law of new life. Will not the land be in good heart because the crops die down from year to year? The herbage cheerfully consents to bloom and wither and give place to new. So it is with the human plant. We are partial and selfish when we lament the death of an individual. Unless our plaint be a paean to the departed soul and a sigh as the wind sighs over the fields, which no shrub interprets into its private grief. And then we're going to have Mark speak a little bit, but I just want to close my beginning piece here with these few lines from Langston Hughes. Dear lovely death that taketh all things under wing, never to kill, only to change into some other thing, this suffering flesh to make it either more or less, but not again the same. Dear lovely death, change is thy other name. So, amen. I think Mark will speak for the family. Lisa had a poem she was going to read, but I believe you're going to wait and do it at a later moment. Privately. Okay. But Mark?
First thing I'd like to say is this is the widest fucking crowd I've ever seen. I invited a couple black preachers over here. Significant thing about my mom is she's, you know, in my life is she spawned us and our, you know, my sisters, and you know, we're laying her to rest here today in this very special spot in America and in the world because of the history and heritage associated with Lawrence, Kansas. And we've struggled to preserve it, to preserve the memory, and to preserve the site. We're just, John Brown, the most well-known, I was telling Larry earlier, the most well-known figure in world history because of his radical campaign to start a slave rebellion in the South during the American Civil War. You know? That's what you know, to me, that's what my mom is about, the continuity that we have here. A few years ago, we built this garage over here and had a plaque made by the guys that had done some foundry work for the Hobbs Park Memorial across the street, and named it after my grandfather, my mother's father, just because I thought she would maybe appreciate it, that you know, we were, you know, that there's a kind of a permanent memorial and honor to her father, and that's whatever the Ten Commandments. Honor thy father and thy mother. Awesome. There's no civilization without, you know, our honoring our father and mother, and that's what we're doing here today. We had great. That's not the smoke. Is not the fire. I have a burning permit going today, right now, until 30 minutes before Sunday. And we're burning some garden debris.
Not the house, right?
My mom died on December 15th suddenly. After, you know, struggled along, you know, through life, but had a great life. Admitted it many times in the last 5 or 6 years that she'd had a good life, which is a, you know, good thing to do, to verbalize something like that to one of your children. And she was a copious note writer. We found this little note in a bag after she'd passed, requesting that Stephen Foster, a great American songwriter, who's now, it's like 2014, this guy was like working in the 1840s and 1850s during the Civil War. And so my mom left a note saying she would like to have his last successful song, Beautiful Dreamer, written in 1862.
Do we have it?
We don't have it to play, but artist Rambert, you know, a loyal friend of mine, agreed to come over and sing, and actually sing the song. And,
very nice.
We should do that now. And,
now? Yeah, let's do what's quieter.
To me, my mom passing, it's like it's a process. We're gonna, you know, all of us are engaged in the same process of dealing with our loved ones that are passing on, and that's what I want it to be. Everything we should thank God for the processes that we live in. It's not a static situation, and this funeral is going to continue for some years to come, hopefully. She's here in the yard. It's like, how long am I going to live and be able to maintain title on this property? I'm working on some different angles on that.
So you can stay close to his mom.
Here's to Mom.
Hey. Margaret Louise Kaplan.
Viva la Mom.
Yes. Cheers, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Mark said this was Stephen Foster's last song. Beautiful dreamer, wake unto me, starlight and dewdrops are waiting for thee. Sounds of the rude world heard in the day, lulled by the moonlight, have all passed away. Beautiful dreamer, queen of my song, list while I woo thee, soft melody. Then all the cares of this world will depart. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me. Beautiful dreamer, over the sea, mermaids are chanting the wild Lorelei. Over the streamlet, vapors are born, waiting to fade with the bright shining morn. Beautiful dreamer, beam on my heart, e'en as the morn on the streamlet and sea. Then shall all clouds of sorrow depart. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me.
It's about continuity. Even though this what's going on across the street, it seems kind of incongruous, but in fact, we struggled. My mom was a fighter, and I'm a fighter, and we fought to, and me and my friends over here in East Lawrence, we fought to keep these buildings and to keep these streets open. For people to live in and enjoy in this public facility. They tried to level it several times. They don't want it here now. Actually, now the neighborhood's becoming more popular, but I think that's what my mom is all about. She liked to talk about it. Her dad taught her to box and fight because she was a
She'd
single
get a
child.
chocolate sundae for beating up kids.
We're fighting here, and our fight isn't over, and that's how we're going to dedicate the future, for people like Mom, is that we're going to keep fighting and try to protect the enclaves and the culture and the history and heritage that we have.
Okay. And Mark does have,
yeah, let's just, break it up. Most of these people want to go home and watch TV.
Well, Mark has the obituary, if you want to read it.
Yeah, the obituary will be published in the newspaper.
It's about 8 to 10 pages. Take a moment. Open a bottle of wine.
Let me just close this with a little bit of Whitman, okay?
Okay.
I like Walt Whitman.
We like Walt.
This is what you shall do. Love the earth and sun and the animals. Despise riches. Give alms to everyone that asks. Stand up for the stupid and crazy. Devote your income and labor to others. Hate tyrants. Argue not concerning God. Have patience and indulgence toward people. Take off your hat to nothing known or unknown. And then toward the end of Leaves of Grass, he writes this. I depart as air. I shake my white locks at the runaway sun. I effuse my flesh in eddies and drift it in lacy jags. I bequeath myself to the dirt to grow from the grass I love. If you want me again, look for me under your boot soles. You will hardly know who I am or what I mean, but I shall be good health to you nevertheless, and filter and fiber your blood. Failing to fetch me at first, keep encouraged. Missing me one place, search another. I stop somewhere waiting for you.
Very nice.
Love that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Tim and artists for coming out and doing the job for me. And I'd like to thank my friend JC here, who came down from New York City to He was my family, and Mark Ashmore came down from Brooklyn. Everybody else lives within 3 or 4 blocks of here. Some folks came over from Johnson County and Yuba, where my next party is over at my mother's house in Johnson County.
All right. See you all in New York
We're
next
keeping
month.
going. And a lot of, plenty of wine glasses over there. It's going to be a great party house.
I'd like to thank all my mom's friends for coming.
Thanks all for coming, and we're going
to Prairie Village. I appreciate
party's
it.
going to continue here for years to come.
She thought very highly of all of you.
Margaret. She lost the camera in my couch in New York City, and we never found
Right,
it.
who stole Margaret's camera? One of you stole Margaret's camera.
Where's the camera? Somebody stole the camera.
Oh my God. I think she's probably accused
Mark,
everyone of
make
it.
sure you ask Stacy where that camera is. We didn't find that camera.
How many people here got accused of stealing Margaret's camera? I'd like to know. Show of hands. How many? Come on.
I'm sure that camera was tabbed.
Larry, you're in there.
Checkbook?
Richard,
Camera was real filming. Sure that wasn't the garage door. Yeah, no, the camera was filming it. She never got to take it. Never let it go. What about that camera? Did you see
I think she left it in the cab. That's the conclusion I came to. We took that cab. It's too bad Tony, y'all know Tony, you're They should be here.
Isn't it beautiful?
Constantly in the
Yes, it's beautiful.
That's Margaret.
Yeah, he moved her in there just today. It was pretty heavy. Carried her in. Well,
Yeah, 4 of them to get her here.
it was not easy. I was one of the 4.
Yeah, Mark's like, oh, that's no problem.
Yeah, it takes the other
Dan and I can do it.
You got 4 guys like trying to decide out there. You got to go a little this way, that way. Everybody's like, give it a little kick there, pushing it that way, and like, oh my gosh, okay. So it's like almost like a family.
No, Dan and I got it.
He did a really nice job.
So, he and Dana and my husband
That's hard.
and Phil got it out of Dana's truck.
Yeah, forget about it. Then once it was on the porch, it was like, forget about it. It's not that easy.
You're the one she picked up from New York, right?
Yeah.
I told her. I said he's Mark's friend. He did.
That's right. I've been with Mark a long time. I know about Mark.
We have some food in there. We're getting ready to start.
Well, thanks for pointing out the obit, which turned out we didn't need.
Yeah, well, whatever.
No, Mark, one.
It's a lot of fun to be around.
You live in Lawrence?
Jim, where were you this weekend?
Norman, Oklahoma.
Yeah, you just came back from Norman, right?
Right.
Did you read down there?
I did. I went to high school, 2 high school classes.
How did it go?
Terrible. The kids were assholes.
Did you get paid?
$500 bucks.
Oh, buy some gas and food, cocaine.
That's just about, yeah.
Did you break even?
I did, yeah.
So a couple of guys came down from New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 of my best friends from New York came down just to show the flag and for moral support.
So
That's
go
what
on.
like it's great to have friends because they turn down work. They it totally fucks up their lives. It's like I can't,
It's going to go on all night.
you can't make it up to them. We're covering. Aviv, you have anything official to say? Like,
you want me to?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and
I'm
state your piece.
I'm Habib Boujma. I have known Margaret for a long time. She's a wonderful woman, big heart, and I was very glad to meet her and live in her house. She accepted her in her house for about 16 years, and we miss her very much. Thank you.
she'll probably kind of have some of your personality and some of her.
Why don't we get that money? Why are you letting it go? The same with that Obamacare thing that he rejected. The
Medicaid?
Yeah. Well, Medicaid also the Medicaid. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Medicaid.
And he put it in
No,
the
it's the
bank.
Obamacare.
All the prominent
buildup,
men in
which you were
town.
gonna have this,
Picking out this donkey with his ribs showing. It's just the Western Farm Memorial.
That was a good combination.
I thought it was kind of cool. Like, why be upset about it?
No.
Really?
No.
She liked loud music, and you got it right there, and people were celebrating and having fun, and that's cool. And we could hear her singing beautifully. Every lyric was awesome. So they kind of quieted down a little bit.
No, that
was really
very good.
Good
crowd.
The irony.
Good crowd.
Yeah, nice peeps, huh? Your eyes look really
Good, she
blue.
told us.
You match your sweater. Yeah.
She comes in, it's like early evening.
Yours burning?
Oh, you heard about it.
What? Tell me.
Well,
Hello. Hi, Lord. We made it.
How you doing? We just did the service.
I know.
Luckily, we videoed it, so
Well,
you'll see it on TV. Oh, it's totally nuts.
We were stuck down the street,
Okay.
but we watched 100,000 people go by.
You're looking good.
Thank you. I feel.
You look better than you feel, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I know.
Yeah, I'm going to come.
Okay. Whatever you can do. Okay, great.
There, and I'll interrogate them.
Okay.
Hi,
Well,
Luba.
just
How
observe.
are you? I'm good.
You're my mom's famous hairdresser.
Where's your?
I think it could be very unpleasant.
Okay, well, I'll come.
Tony, she'll come.
Okay, come. All right. Okay.
See you later.
Hi,
You know Lucille's
All the
coming.
fucking action, man.
Yeah. So anyhow, you got a wonderful husband here.
What I told her.
Now.
Soon we'll all be dead.
You're welcome so much.
This is going into outer space.
She's Russian for
All these
Russia.
videos.
1865 when it came out. And this book was written in 33. And the text of the book says when this came out in 65, most people could recognize 100 people out of
I'm
here.
glad you're
And today in 33 we can probably only recognize a dozen.
I thought it was pretty positive this is Jimmy Calderon, famous local tennis star that people don't realize he's living here. That's what's so great. Same with this guy, Andy Fletcher. He's
The friend of the famous tennis player.
when he realizes he lives here.
But you know, I'm also known here in Lawrence for another thing.
Your work, your family, your friends.
My interpreting and translating Spanish.
He's a kind of court interpreter.
And I helped assist to build the oven at Wheatfield's Baker.
There you go.
That's right.
So that's what people.
He's
sometimes-
not nobody. Hey.
No, I'm nobody, but you know, I'm somebody nobody.
Oh, here's Nicky taking a shot of it.
There we go.
I like that disguise.
Yeah, at the time.
Perfect.
Cheers.
Part of the problem is me, because I'm so fucking negative. That's the thing. That's why they don't want to have me. They don't want to work with me. 'Cause I'm too fucking negative.
Yeah, you
This
were,
whole gathering is negative. That's what.
Mark is totally responsible for saving this beautiful, beautiful house that is now over at Hobbs Park.
Not totally. A lot of people help. You can do.
Well, no,
take
you
initiative.
were the guy who
A prime mover. That's what it takes. Is you stay on it, and the other people. That's what makes. It's a team effort. And team needs a captain. That's what we elect political leaders for, and our leaders are letting us down.
You were the Capitan, absolutely, and that's good.
And I've got
I
a
appreciate it a lot, because you know I loved that house.
artist started a beautiful painting like in the 80s, and then you set it back and then finished it when we were moving the house.
Just because of you needed it.
Right. I needed it and I got it. That's one of my prized possessions. What happened? Huh?
You want me to bring you a plate?
No.
Yeah, you should eat. A little bit.
I ate something. What about Tony?
We might go there for half an hour and come right back.
Where are
if
you going?
don't mind, to Mohammed Place. Maybe we'll bring him over.
What about Patricia? She never showed up, right?
We could stop by Patricia,
her. You know Patricia Elliott.
Mark, we'll go there, back, and maybe we'll bring Mohammed and his Kazakh friend.
That'd be good. Bring the
Kazakhstan people.
Get some of them Siberians in here. Yeah, that
Two can play this game.
Two different things, Siberians and Kazakhs.
You know when 9/11 happened? I see Mark on the street. When 9/11 happened, I did see you, Mark, on TV. Yes.
You saw me on TV? 9/11? 9/11 was an inside job.
He's got it going.
A big knows it. He got reason.
But ask him where was that? Where was he? Ask him.
He was on the street.
How you doing? You want to get rid of your plate? No, I'm going to have some more.
I'm
Some more
on
beer now. I got 16-gallon keg. I'm going to keep drinking all week.
This is my routine about what would happen if a hunk like me were hitchhiking.
Flash a little leg.
I think the little pelvic thrust is what turns girls on. I know that. That's what they like to see in a hitchhiker.
Yeah.
It makes them feel like,
Makes
hey,
them feel safe.
This could be some safe or some action. You know. This is a party guy.
And all girls are looking for action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's so hard to find.
Yeah.
Especially from an old man.
Yeah. Go ahead now.